Hi, I'm Sarah Barkijan and welcome to your yoga class with me this week. You're going to need a block because we're going to be looking at Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, and this block is going to help you with the nuances and the dissection of this pose. I'm going to hopefully give you some confidence so that when you come into this pose in other classes, you find that it's easier to come into, you can keep your balance better, you have better alignment and better balance and muscle awareness and skeletal awareness, so that this pose becomes a good friend of yours. And when you find that your yoga teacher asks you to do it, you think, yes, I know this pose, I like this pose, I'm glad that we're doing it. So let's have a look at it. Put your block to one side for the moment, and I want you to come up into a high kneeling position with your knees and your ankles together. Bring your hands down by your sides, and then stretch your right leg long down the mat. And make sure that the toes, as best you can, are facing the long edge of the mat, and press down through the little toe edge of that foot. Then with your heel in line with your knee, bring your left hand down to the floor, fingertips pointing away. And then open up your chest and lean back a little bit here. Then peel up the little toe edge of this right foot and pick this foot up just a few centimeters and squeeze your bottom. Press your tailbone towards the front of the mat. And then look at that right foot and just check that the little toe edge is parallel to the ceiling so that you could put a glass of champagne on that and it wouldn't fall off. Then maybe bring the leg a little higher. Now look down and reach your right hand up to the ceiling. 3, 2, 1. Bring your hand down onto your hip. Bring your right knee next to your left, and we'll do the other side. So from here, stretch the left leg long. Try and line up more or less with the knee and the center of the foot or the heel. Bring your right fingertips down. Keep your left hand on your hip. And then as you push the right toenails into the floor, peel up the little toe edge of that left foot, push your pubic bone forwards, and then possibly pick that foot up just a touch. You can keep the foot on the floor the whole time, by the way, but try and bring that leg feeling a little bit lighter. And then again, glass of champagne, balancing on the outside edge of that foot. See if you can maybe bring it a little higher. You're going to feel this in the hip here. So slightly turn the big toe down so that you distribute the weight load also on the back of the back glutes there. 3, it's not all working on the side. 2, firm your abdominal muscles. 1, reach the left hand up. Look down. Bring your hand to your hip. Bring the left foot down. And then again, knees together. Okay, come into downward facing dog. This is going to be a sequence that's not only about half moon. I want to try and bring some strength and lengthening into the full range of motion in your entire body here as much as possible. So downward facing dog here, push your hands forward, squeeze your legs, lengthen the backs of your legs a little bit more by squeezing the front. And then come forward into plank. Bring your knees down to the floor. Bring everything down, so no chaturanga, bypass that, come all the way down. Stretch your arms ahead of you, blading the little finger edges down. Pick up both of your legs. Push your heels away from you and bring your legs a little closer to each other, then pick up both of your arms. 3, keep looking down so you lengthen the back of your neck. 2, 1, go back to downward facing dog, place your hands by the sides of your ribs, press back. Keep your breathing steady and smooth. Then walk your hands towards your feet to the back of your mat. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips and come up to standing. Now get your block and place it in your right hand and step your right foot forward. Then look at the left foot and turn it away so that you're making a sort of 90-degree angle here with your heels. Then bring your left hand onto your left hip, bend both of your knees and bring your block down to the floor, ahead of the little toe and a little over to the right. And bring the heel of your hand onto your block. Now from here, squeeze that right buttock in, keep your right knee bent, peel the little toe edge of the back foot up and bring it up just a touch. And then possibly bring it up a little bit more. Glass of champagne. Don't look at the foot because you'll lose your balance, but imagine here and try and visualize that that little toe edge is parallel to the ceiling. And then possibly turn your belly and chest a bit more to the left. Maybe bring that leg a little higher and possibly reach the top hand up. Keep your right knee bent for now. 3, and squeeze the right buttock in and tack it towards your back heel. 2, 1, bring your hand onto your hip. Bring that back foot down, pick up the block, come up to standing, and we'll do the other side. I'm going to just change direction here so that you can see the pose being done. Step your left foot forward, hand in the left, block in the left hand, bend both of your knees, turn the right foot out. Again, kind of like a fencer here. Bring the block down, so it's a little to the left, it's kind of in line with the little toe of that left foot, and a good torso length away. And then again, when you're ready, pick up the back foot. Keep the left knee bent, squeeze the left buttock in. And as you continue to look down, this helps your balance. Maybe reach that top hand up this time. 3, 2, turn your belly and chest a bit more to the right. 1, bring your hand to your hip. Bend your left knee, step back with the right foot, pick up the block, and come to the back of the mat. Put the block down for a moment and come back into downward facing dog. Just step 1 foot forward, place your hands, stretch out. Come forward again into plank. Bring your knees down to the floor. Again, no chaturanga, just come all the way down. This time curl up into cobra, squeeze your legs towards each other. Downward facing dog again. Now, bring your 2 feet together and raise your right leg up and back, parallel to the floor with the toe tips pointing down. Step your right foot forward in between your hands. Bring your back heel down and come into warrior 2. Make sure the right toes keep pointing straight ahead. Now really straighten that back leg and bring your left hand onto your left hip. Bring your right hand onto your right thigh. Step your back foot forward. All the way forward. Bring your right fingertips down to the floor, a torso length ahead of the right little toe. So no block this time. Pick up the back foot and separate the toes. Then possibly pick it up a little bit more. And if you can, pick it up so that it feels parallel to the floor and maybe even a little higher. Turn your belly and chest towards the left, firm your abdominal muscles. And if you can, straighten that right leg a little bit more. Reach the top hand up if all is going okay with your balance. 3, 2, 1. Now back to warrior 2. Bring your top hand on your hip, bend the right knee really deeply at a right angle, then step back and bring your arms up to warrior 2. Downward facing dog. Pick up the back heel, touch down, step back, bring your 2 feet together. Raise the left leg up and back for 3-legged dog. As you exhale, step your foot in between your hands and bring your back heel down. Come up into warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Try not to move the shoulders forward, keep them over your hips. And practice here, pressing in the left buttock, which is what you need to do when you come into your Ardha Chandrasana. Bring your right hand onto your right hip. Bring your left hand onto your left thigh. Step your back foot forward. Now look at the left foot here. Make sure the toes keep pointing straight ahead. Don't let them turn in. Keep squeezing the buttock in. Bring your left hand down. Bring it out to the side. And then pick that back foot up, and you can keep it like this, not high, or possibly bring it a little higher. Back leg straight, separate your back toes, think of that champagne, turn your belly and chest to the right, and then maybe a little bit more straightness in the standing leg, the left leg. Possibly reach that right hand up towards the ceiling. Keep your abs engaged here, keep knitting in the lower ribs, so you keep stability in the core. Then bend the left knee deeply, bring your right hand onto your hip, crouch down, and then skim the back foot to the back of the mat, warrior 2. Downward facing dog, touch down, step back. Walk your hands all the way back towards your feet, bend your knees, bring your hands onto your hips, come up to standing. Now get the block, put it into your right hand, and take a big step forward with your right foot. Then bring your back heel down, straighten both of your legs, And move your right foot here over to the right so that you're heel to heel. Trikanasana, triangle pose. Bring your arms out, then bring your hand down, your right hand down, so the block bisects your shin here, your calf. So it's on the outside and about halfway between your ankle and your knee. Highest height, and bring the heel of your hand onto the block, then lean back. Now turn your belly and chest that much more. Reach up with your top hand and press both of your shoulders to your back foot and move your hips, your pelvis towards your back foot as well. And really push down with that right foot. Now if all is going okay with your balance, look up towards your top hand. Otherwise, look down at your right foot. Squeeze your legs strong. 3, 2, 1. Now, as you come up, inhale and bring the block with you. Turn your feet, heel toe your feet together, and then go to the back of your mat again. Put the block into your left hand. Take a big step forward with your left foot, and then bring your back heel down. Straighten both of your legs and both of your arms. Then bring the block down, again, bisecting from the ankle to the knee. Halfway on the outside of the shin. Reach your right hand up. Turn your belly and chest towards the right side of your mat. So you're really drawing the left ribs under. Push your feet down and press them towards each other so the inner thighs and the back of that left leg engages. And then again, you can look down or twisting your neck, look up towards your top hand. Press your shoulders and your hips towards your back foot. Engage your body. Be really strong here. Then from here, pull up with the top hand. Inhale, bring the block with you. Parallel your feet, turn your feet to the right side of your mat, and then heel toe your feet together. And then put the block down. Downward facing dog. Step 1 foot forward, place your hands on the floor, step back. This is our final half moon. Bring your 2 feet together. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, step your foot forward between your hands. Bring your back heel down. Warrior 2 again. Pick up the left hand, rainbow it over your head. Look at the right foot. Keep the toes pointing straight ahead. Step your back foot forward. Bring your right fingertips down. No block here. A little bit over to the right. Pick up the back foot. Now again, you don't have to pick it up high, but if you can, pick it all the way up. A little bit higher than parallel to the floor, then do. If all is going well here with your balance, push out more with both of your hands and both of your feet, and then possibly turn your head to look up towards your hand. Draw the right ribs to the left. 3, 2, squeeze your bottom. 1, look down, bend the right knee so deeply that your right ribs rest on the thigh, and then reach back with the back foot, back to warrior 2. Downward facing dog, touch down. Step back, bring your 2 feet together. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Warrior 2, back heel down. Half moon. Step your back foot forward. This is the last Ardha Chandrasana. Bring your right hand onto your hip if you need to, otherwise keep it reaching back. Left hand down, squeeze the left buttock in here. Look at the left foot, keep it pointing straight ahead. And again, that back foot doesn't have to come high. You can keep the left knee bent, but if your range of motion lets you, open up and press your hands and your feet long away from you. You're expanding here like a supernova. And if all is going well with the balance, maybe turn your head. So you're literally twisting your neck to look up at your top hand. 3, 2, 1, and then warrior 2. Bend the left knee deeply. Try to keep your arms in this relationship with your shoulders. Downward facing dog. Pick up the back heel, touch down, step back. Child's pose. Bring your knees down, big toes touch, side by side. Keep reaching your arms long. Lift your elbows, lift the center of your armpits up. Then walk your hands back towards your knees and come into Shavasana. A 1 minute Shavasana. Please do this Bring your bottom down to the floor. I know many people at this point press pause or turn everything off. It's really important that you rest here for a moment. Turn your palms up, lengthen your legs long down the mat. And soften your entire back body, in particular the glutes, all around your bottom, down the backs of your legs, to your feet. And then do that going up your body from the midline. Sorry, from the belly button up, I should say. Soften your abs, soften all around your back, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your face. Let your breathing become naturally steadier. Observe your breath slowing down. Recovering from all the work of balancing, of engaging, of outreaching here. Let your batteries become filled again with your breath. And bend your knees one leg at a time. Bring the soles of your feet to the floor. Roll over onto your right side and pause here for a moment. Rest your head. Take a couple of longer, smoother breaths here. Inhale deeply and exhale slowly. Do that again. Inhale deeply and exhale slowly. Now breathe normally. And come to sit up. Press down with your hands to assist yourself to come up to sit tall. Cross your legs. Bring your hands into your heart. Lower your chin so it touches your fingertips. And pause here for a moment. Sitting a little taller, ground down through your sitting bones and reach up through the crown of your head. Press your feet down just enough for you to feel well supported. And bring your hands down onto your legs. Raise your chin. Open your eyes. Namaste. Well done. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Keep coming back to this and it will get easier and easier as your muscle memory comes more into supporting you, your proprioception, what are you doing with that back leg, your balance improves and you can start to turn to look up. It's a really interesting pose here, lots of components, lots of places to learn. And to learn some humility as well as you fall out of the pose over and over again in order to improve it. So please do remember to subscribe if you haven't already. And please do leave a comment here. Let me know how your half moon work is coming along. And if you have any questions, I always answer them. And remember to give me the thumbs up. Take care, everybody. And I hope the rest of your day goes really well.